My family chose my sister and ex over me, letting them destroy my personal belongings and threatening to disinherit me if I don't approve their relationship, so I took a stand and cut ties with them. It's hard to imagine how quickly everything can fall apart. How a lifetime of trust and love can be shattered by a single betrayal. I never thought it would happen to me, at least, not like this. But here I am, standing on the other side of a decision I never thought I'd have to make, one that feels like it has destroyed everything I thought I knew about my family. My name is Lily, and for most of my life, I believed that family meant everything. My parents, my sister, and I were close. Or at least, that's what I thought. I had always been the responsible one, the one who kept the peace. My sister, Mia, was the free spirit, the one who never seemed to care much for rules or consequences. She had always been a bit wild, but I loved her. She was my sister. We had our arguments, sure, but nothing that couldn't be fixed. Or so I thought. The trouble began when I caught my ex, Jason, with Mia. It happened at a family gathering, one of those rare moments when we all came together, Mom, Dad, Mia, and me. Jason and I had been together for nearly 3 years before we broke up. It wasn't anything dramatic. We simply grew apart, but I never imagined he would be the type of person to betray me in such a way. I walked into the living room, expecting to find my family chatting over coffee, but instead, I found Mia and Jason sitting together on the couch. Their faces were too close, their body language too intimate. My stomach dropped. It felt like the air had been sucked out of the room. "What's going on here?" I asked, my voice trembling, though I didn't want to admit the pain that was already welling up inside me. Mia looked up at me with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Jason, on the other hand, looked guilty, his gaze dropping to his lap. "Lily, it's not what it looks like," Mia said quickly, but I could already feel the truth creeping into my chest like a poison. "What is it then?" I demanded, my heart racing. Jason finally spoke, his voice low and apologetic. "We didn't mean for this to happen, Lily. But Mia and we've been seeing each other." I felt the ground slip out from under me. The betrayal hit harder than I ever expected. My sister, the one person I thought I could trust more than anyone else, had been secretly dating my ex. And now they were sitting there, together, as if everything was normal. As if my heart didn't shatter into a million pieces right in front of them. "You're what?" I whispered, barely able to breathe. "I'm sorry, Lily," Mia said, her voice almost indifferent. "I never meant to hurt you, but Jason and we just clicked. It happened, and we didn't know how to tell you." "How long has this been going on?" I asked, the words feeling foreign in my mouth. I didn't even recognize my own voice. "A few months," Jason admitted, his eyes full of shame. "I didn't want to hurt you. But Mia and we've been talking, and we realized we had feelings for each other." I turned away, trying to hold back the tears that threatened to spill. My sister and my ex, together. How could they do this to me? How could Mia betray me like this? And how could Jason, someone I trusted with my heart, turn to her after everything we had shared? "Lily," my mom's voice called out from behind me. "I know this is hard to understand, but you have to understand that people change. Mia and Jason, they're happy together." My mother's words hit me like a slap. I spun around to face her. "You're not taking my side?" I asked, my voice rising in disbelief. "You're just going to let this happen?" "We're not taking sides, Lily," Mom said softly. "But Mia and Jason are adults. They have their own lives to live." "Adults?" I repeated, the anger surging through me. "This isn't about being adults. This is about betrayal. About the fact that my own sister and ex couldn't even have the decency to respect me enough to be honest." Mia stood up, walking over to me. "I never meant to hurt you, Lily. But I'm happy now. Can't you just be happy for me? Happy for you?" I felt the words explode out of me. "You're asking me to be happy for you after everything you've done? You've ruined everything. You've destroyed our family. And now you're asking me to just let it go?" But my family wasn't done with their betrayal. Over the next few days, things only got worse. My parents, especially my father, seemed to take Mia and Jason's side completely. It was as if they had already made up their minds. One evening, I came home to find Mia and Jason in the living room again, laughing together. My personal belongings, things I had collected over the years, were scattered around the house. It wasn't just a few things, it was everything. My childhood photos, my journals, my mother's heirlooms, all of it was being tossed around carelessly. "Stop it!" I yelled, rushing forward to grab one of my old photo albums. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" "Lily, relax," Jason said, his tone dismissive. "We're just getting rid of the old stuff. You don't need all of this." I couldn't believe it. My heart was breaking as I watched them throw my life away. "You can't just take my things like this. These are my memories. You have no right to do this." Mia gave me a cold look. "Maybe you should just move on. You've had your time. It's our time now." I stood there, stunned, unable to move. How had things come to this? How had I become the enemy in my own home? How had they turned on me so completely? The next day, my father called me. He didn't apologize. He didn't try to comfort me. Instead, he made it clear that I was the one in the wrong. "Lily," he said, his voice cold and final. "If you don't approve of Mia and Jason's relationship, then we can't support you. We've decided that they're a good match, and if you can't see that, then maybe it's time you step back from the family." The words hit me like a wrecking ball. My own father, the man who had always been my protector, was now threatening to disinherit me. All because I refused to approve of the relationship that had destroyed everything I held dear. "Disinherit me?" I repeated, my voice trembling. "You're threatening to disinherit me because I don't approve of this? Of them?" "I'm afraid so, Lily," he said, his voice unwavering. "You need to let this go. Mia and Jason deserve to be happy, and if you can't accept that, then maybe you need to think about what's really important." I felt the tears welling up, but I fought them back. I wasn't going to let them see me break. "Fine," I said, my voice cold and steady. "If you're choosing them over me, then I choose to walk away. I'm done." I hung up the phone, feeling the weight of my decision settle over me. It was one of the hardest things I had ever done, but it was also the only thing I could do. My family had chosen Mia and Jason over me, and I wasn't going to let them tear me apart. I packed my things and moved out. I didn't know where I was going at first, but I knew I couldn't stay in a place that had become a constant reminder of everything I had lost. My family had made their choice, and I had to make mine. It's been months now since I walked away from them. I haven't spoken to Mia, Jason, or my parents. They've tried to reach out, but I've ignored their calls and messages. They still don't understand. They still think I'm the one in the wrong. But I know that I made the right decision. I've learned that family isn't just about blood. It's about loyalty, trust, and respect. And when that's broken, sometimes you have to walk away. Sometimes, the only way to protect yourself is to cut ties with the people who are supposed to love you.